Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be sharing how we're allocating our first paycheck for October. We are paid semi-monthly and we use the split pay method to make managing bills a little less stressful. If this sounds interesting to you, let's get straight into business. Alright, so you are looking at my budget worksheet and we'll be working in the mid-month section. Right here, October 15th. So the October 15th paycheck is going to cover all my bills up to the 29th of October. Let me just adjust this start date right here. Okay, so I'm going to be rolling over $60.35. Combined income for the period is $34.65.50. No overtime, no side hustle, no bonus. Family contribution, I'm going to use the same amount that I used last month, which was $600. Not expecting to do any transfers here, so I'm just going to be filling those spaces with zeros. All right, we are working with $4,125.85. And I'm going to jump right into the housing and general expense category. Okay, so let us get into scheduling the line items under housing and general expense category. All right, for rent, I normally schedule a half of my rent on the 15th and then another half on the 30th. So that would make the full month rent for November. I'm going to do it a little bit different this period. I'm going to go in and schedule everything that is due in October, and then what's left over is what I'm going to be putting towards the rent because I might not have enough to do a full half of the rent right now. Okay. So for water bill, for water, I can leave water as well because water is going to be due on the 5th of November. So I can schedule water payment in the next paycheck. Yes. All right. So skipping water bill. Security was just paid, so I don't need to schedule that. Car insurance, I'm going to schedule $237.32. Cell phone is $290.10. Let me schedule $80 for internet. Gas is $65.23 and electricity is $140. Okay. I am not going to schedule a payment for life insurance because I made a double payment in September. So that would cover September and October. I am not doing any pest control, no activity for lawn services. Hopefully HOA don't come around my side. For gas, hopefully we still have those $2.65 gas here in Atlanta. So I'm gonna take a risk and only schedule $80. For groceries and toiletries, I need to let me schedule $350 here because I've been really going low on groceries because I haven't been scheduling much for groceries. So let me do $350 so I can do some top up here. For medical copay and expenses and prescription, I'm going to schedule 0 here for both. All right. So for housing and general expense category so far, I scheduled $1,242.65. Now I'm going to go into my debt up. So with regards to paying my bills on the using the split pay method to pay my bills, I've been doing this for quite some time now and it makes life so much easier. It reduces the financial stress for me because normally when I have all the bills due at the end of the month, the 28th, both cars were due on the 28th of the month, as well as the personal loans, and rent would be due on the 1st. So that would normally give me some stress. So when I decided to break it into two, it relieves that stress. It gives me more peace of mind and better control over my finances. All right. So if you are paid semi-monthly, you can look into scheduling your payments using the split pay method. All right. So let's get into scheduling these. So for car payment number 1, this next half right here, $244.19, is going to be the last half to complete the payment for October. The same thing for car number 2. For credit cards, I'm going to be scheduling $488. I just round that figure up. For personal loan number 1, I'm scheduling $620.37. So I made an error here with this 621 here. So, but I will go over this when I'm doing the closeout for this pay period. For personal loan number 2, I'm scheduling 383.16. So that brings me to $1,966.66 scheduled in the debt category. So let me go back to my, all right, so I have $916.54 left over. For subscription, I'm going to be scheduling $20 for subscription. And whatever is left is going to be going towards my rent for November. All right, so let me just run through all the 9 items and make sure that I captured everything that needs to be covered before I put this money into rent. Okay, so I'm going to be paying $896.54 towards my rent for November. And this was the reason why I said I'm going to leave the rent for last, because I was anticipating that I would not have enough to make a full half payment, but at least I am making a good payment towards November's rent. All right. So this is how I do my semi-monthly budget, using mostly in this one mostly the split pay method. All my debt obligations are on the split pay method, and a portion of my rent. Okay? All right. So again, if you would like to try out the split pay method, I would highly encourage you to do so, because it reduces stress, it reduces financial stress and anxiety, and it definitely helps to ease all that pressure, because you're ensuring that you won't be scrambling when it comes to the end of the month into the beginning of the new month, because you already set aside some money to go towards next month's bill. And what I do is, to once I finish this budget, once I distribute all the funds to the various accounts, because I have separate accounts for each things, then I just go ahead and make the payment directly to the rent. That way I am sure that I won't be touching this money, because I don't want to be overspending when it comes to my rent. I don't want to be late on my rent at all. That's one thing that I don't want to be late on. All right, so that's it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. I hope that my approach to budgeting and my split pay method, the way that I manage my paycheck, has inspired at least one person. If it has, please consider giving me a thumbs up to help the algorithm to push my video out to others who this video might be beneficial to. So if you have any questions, or if you want me to cover a specific topic, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll be sure to get back to you. One of my priority is to respond to all comments, because I want to show you that I really appreciate you and I value the time that you take to make a comment on my video. All right. So until the next time, let's keep making progress together. Continue to budget, continue to stay on top of your finances, and let's get through this together. Okay? Bye.